Hello and welcome to Bellevue Street Baptist Church. And since everybody's gone back to school and some are already in school, I got some things I just want to share with you to let you know why school is so important. And the things I'd like to talk about first, and here's what it is. 10 things school doesn't teach you. What? You mean there's some things that we can't learn in school? Listen, everything works together. The Bible says for good to them that love God, to them who call according to his purpose. So let's see, can we get these things to work together? Because I've been through school and taught school, but I found out in school, they teach you a lot of things, but they don't teach you how to sell. But if you listen and get to understand what you're dealing with better and how to work with it, then you can become a better salesman. If you learn how to deal with numbers, you can become a good salesman, because you can put thoughts together in your mind. But they don't teach you how to sell, but in school, they'll teach you numbers and other things that will make you a better salesman. Second thing I thought about when I was thinking in school, they don't teach you how to think, but you have to think in school. And the best way to think is to learn from what the teachers are teaching you, so when it's time to process that material, you become automatically a good thinker, because then you can analyze and think about things that have been said. But you have to be a good listener to become a good thinker. Third thing I came up, they don't teach you how to negotiate. But when you learn how to deal with facts from things that are being taught, you can become one of the best negotiators out there, because now you have a better understanding of the materials that you're dealing with, because you were attentive in school and listened to what they were saying, and now you know how to negotiate. Another thing they don't teach in school is how to face failure. But if you don't want to face failure, then you need to pay attention to what's being taught in school, and you won't be a failure. You'll be at the top of your game, but you have to listen. You have to pay attention to what's being said. School is not a game, and you don't want to be a failure, because none of us are born failures. We become failures because we spend too much time on the wrong things. Number 5, how to manage time. They don't teach in school how to manage time, but if you manage your time and spend time with the things that you're being taught in school and with the people who are teaching you, and learn to listen to them and to other people, you began to manage your time better. Because if somebody say they don't teach you how to manage time, I'm simply saying we waste too much time doing things that can't prosper us, help us in doing anything better than we normally do it. Number 6, they don't teach you in school how to invest money. But if you make money, you need to understand that to make more money, you have to make proper investments. And to understand investments, you got to understand contracts and percentages, things that they do teach in school. And if you learn those, then it'll be easy for you when the time comes to invest your money. Another thing I find that they didn't teach in school is how to find your passion. But if you pay attention to things that are being taught, you'll begin to develop a likeness for some of those things. And how do you know if those things are your passion? Because you can't get enough of it. You can't get your mind off it. You're always working to make it become better than it is. You have a passion for it. You love it. It seem like the only thing you want to do in life. And then another thing they don't teach in school, I found out, they don't teach you how to communicate well. You see, a lot of us got a lot of good things in us, but we don't know how to communicate these things to other folk, and we don't know how to take from others what they're telling us, because we just don't know how to communicate. Sometimes we are the problem, and sometimes we don't know how to let other folk know we have that problem. But to communicate sometimes means just to listen, to have a nice smile on your face, and to ask questions. Because when you ask questions, somebody's going to answer some of those questions, and you begin to talk and communicate with one another. Keep a smile on your face. I find out it makes it easier when you're communicating. And then number 10, how to start a business. They don't teach you how to start a business, but they teach you how to keep that business going. So if you're sitting in that desk, you need to be listening to those teachers, because if one day you may want to start a business, and to start a business, you got to deal with a whole lot of things. And to do that, you have to have an understanding of what's before you. And then after those 10 things that they don't teach you in school, I thought about things that they should teach in school. And this is just me, but I think life would be better if they taught in school how a mortgage works. Because do you know most people don't know how a mortgage works? I think things would be better if they taught you in school how to pay taxes, because some folk don't even know how to pay their own taxes, and you can get in a whole lot of trouble. Oh, I think they should teach in school the basics of the stock market, because we are finding out now that if you can work the market, even if you're not in the market, just knowing how it operates, it'll make you make better choices in life. They don't teach in school how to buy a house, but I think they should, because all of us one day wants to own our own house. Some folks say it's the American dream. They don't teach you how to earn money from renting, but we look down on renting. But there are some folk who are living mighty good because they know that renting will pay off. And then they should teach in school how to build an email list. What you think about it? I think they ought to teach in school about buying shares. I think they ought to teach in school what interest rates are and how they work in the system that we live in, because they work differently in different places. Then I think they ought to teach you how to build a personal brand, because you find some folk, when you can get people to buy in to your personal brand, you can have something great one day. And you may have a good brand, but if you don't know how to build it, it can all go to naught. Next thing is selling products online. They don't teach you that in school, but they should, because everybody's dealing with online buying now. Usually you're learning from somebody else, or you're learning from making mistakes, but you won't find it in those books that they're teaching you in school. And then a long-term mindset. I think that ought to be taught in school too, because a lot of us have long-term goals and all. Then I think they ought to teach you how to budget. I think they ought to teach you the benefits of a credit card. I think they ought to teach how to use a card properly. Then I think they ought to teach you what dividends are. And then I think they ought to teach you that if you don't have it in your heart to go to school, there are many more ways to make it in life. I just thought I'd throw those at you to make you think, because whether you like it or not, school is open and it's time to go. God bless you, and thank you for allowing me a few minutes of your time.